Hi folks, I want to show you something. What am I going to do with a couple of old metal hangers?
Well, I realize that I'm just sitting here and not really coming to any good conclusions. Actually, no conclusions, so there is that.
Well, I'm going to show you. Well, our power is still laying in the grass. Why do I have these hangers? What am I doing? Well, I'm going to show you something. We are going to trench our power in now. And as a result of that, we need to know where there are cables, possibly gas lines in the ground, cable TV, power, whatever. So what I'm going to do is show you how to do that. All right, here's the hangers. We're just going to show you one. What you want to do is you want to cut it about the width of your hand.
Look at you there. You're telling me the width of me hand? Me hand is a bit thinner than yours. I'm a bit bony, you know, lad. But yours, you're going off of your width. Does that make a difference? Will that make a difference? These are things you should be marking down. These should be noteworthy things.
Not this part, but this part. So this is about the width of my hand. I'll cut it right about here. I don't want to ruin my snippers, so I just put a nick in there and it breaks real easy. Same thing here. Just a little nick and it breaks real easy. So there's that. Put it at a 90-degree angle, get it nice and straight here. Now I have one. Now we'll do the second one. Try and make it about the same as the first one.
Yeah, make sure you try and make it the same as the first one. Wow, how scientific is that? This has got to be a thing.
I think I'll nick it a little bit more. This one's a little bit thicker.
Well, so far you're not exactly conducting a very, very concise experiment because, well, a little bit thicker than the other one. Have you even measured the diameter of the wire? So I guess it doesn't matter, does it?
All right. Okay, now I bend them as straight as I can. Now you're saying, how on earth am I going to find an underground cable with two wires?
How are you going to find an underground cable with two wires? Well, there's a couple ways you can actually do it. You like stick the wire into the ground until you maybe stab into the wire and then touch it and cause it to spark, and then you'd find out. But you're not going to do it with what you're doing. No, sir, you're not. Why do you think Willow Witching works with anything you're looking for? It like switches from water to electricity to gas pipes. Just so happens that you know where they are. That's why they cross at that time, isn't it?
And hold it about this far away.
Oh, you're not going to measure the angle of what you're holding them at, or how far away from the ground you are, how tall you are. I mean, there's a lot of things in there that you're not really even marking down. So, all of you people that are doing the Willow Witching thing, you all have that same confirmation bias on it. And what happens is, it'll start to feel like it actually is tugging on it, or like it's moving itself, but it's not. That's your idiomotor tendencies that we have. That is what's doing it, not because it's being attracted or something in the world is cosmically freaking drawing it to find things for you. It doesn't work that way. Not science at all.
Now we're going to look at the gas line. Okay, there's a gas line. Show them where the propane tank is. See the propane tank? So you know the gas line's in the ground going there. Okay, here we go.
I hope you realize how dangerous it is to tell people that this is a thing that works, because it isn't a thing that works. You're telling people to go and find wires that you're going to be digging for. You know how dangerous that actually is? I actually think you should take this video down just on the decency of being a human being. And I mean, how would you feel if somebody got hurt or injured or even blew up a gas line and took out a city block because, well, because they thought willow witching was a thing. And I'm calling it what it is, willow witching, because it's been around for a long time.
There is where your gas line is. There is where your gas line is. Right down below. Now I step further and it continues on. I'll back up. And there is your gas line. Directly below.
I didn't hear him say how deep it was. Did you, Johnny?
No, I didn't hear him say how deep the gas line was, which would be an issue if you're trying to find where the gas line's at. You know, you point at the propane tank and then you point at the house where it comes into the house, and you say, oh, it's right here in this line somewhere, and then they cross. Why don't you do it blindfolded now? See, I bet you can't, and you won't find it.
Below. Is that cool or what? Let me take you over here. There's a line going to the garage. Let's take a look. You can see it in the gravel, the line in the gravel where they went underground years ago with the cable that goes to that box that's laying in the gravel. Okay, here we go. Let's see what happens. Well, that one's strong. That one works good. See how that works, guys? Now watch. You can see it in the ground. You can see the way the ground is disrupted or where the weeds are growing. Here we go.
And again, you're just pointing at the ground and see where the weeds are growing. And they cross when you walk over that part right there. It is you doing it, even though you don't realize it. And I don't know, maybe you won't believe people telling you that, but try it doing it blindfolded when you don't know where the things are at. Because that's what it's all about.
Here we go. How do you like that? That, my friends, is how you find a cable buried.
I didn't hear him say how deep it was. Did you, Johnny?
Now, if you have a service called Julie, like we do in Illinois, or a service that will check for underground cables, definitely use them. If you don't, and you're in a pinch, you can use these.
Yes, people. Call your state officials to find your underground. Don't be using the Willow Witching system. It doesn't work. It's a wives' tale. But you can come and join me if you really want to try it out.
And now we're going to go check out and find my phone cable out front. Here we go.
Hey, you better not nick that phone wire. I'm betting a lot of booty on you that you may be calling 911 later. I can see it now.
Okay, now we're going to walk in the front yard and see if we can find any buried cable. Here's our satellite dish, and you can guess there's something buried there. Here we go. Right there.
I didn't hear him say how deep it was. Did you, Johnny?
And then you can see it on the house. There you go.
Okay, mate. So what the fuck are you looking for then? It's right there on the wall, right? How deep is it?
So now we're going to walk out here. There's nothing out here that I can find. And we're going to loop around. If you look across the street, you can see that green box about 20 feet to the right of the mailbox.
There it is. Wait, no, there it is.
Okay, now we're looping back around. You saw where the phone line is. Now we know we're going to come across it somewhere. We're getting a reading. There it is. Okay, I know when I trench, I'm trenching to the telephone pole about 15 feet from here. So now we walk. Now I don't know if I'm going to pick up the overhead wires. I haven't tried that one yet. Nope, we didn't pick up the overhead wires. I can trench. Then I've got about 15 feet from that area to the telephone pole. I'm going directly back to the back corner of the house.
There he is. Mark the final line. I can't wait to watch him ride the trencher across there. How deep is it?
House. So I know I'm good. Okay, here we go. Somebody else is going to do it. No, he's never done it before, ever. Hold them loose. There they go. Hold them farther apart. Hold them farther apart. There they go. Back up now.
What are you training in a new swab? Yeah, that's what you got to do. Train them in young so you have a good strong back doing the digging for you.
Back up now. You gotta hold them at more of an angle down. Don't worry, they'll work. Okay, try it again. Go ahead. Make sure you hold them farther apart. There you go. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Keep going. Now they should come back out. There you go. That's it. Okay, we are doing an experiment with our rods, and then we're gonna turn the hose on. Right now, there's nothing in the hose but air. Okay, cameraman, here you go. Now watch this. There we go. I'll suck it in so I don't you ready, man? Okay, here we go. Watch this. Ready? Here we go. Okay, you see that? Nothing. Yeah? Okay, would somebody please turn the water on full force? Leave it on, Greg. Leave the camera roll. Show that. There we go. Water is on full force. Now, here we go. There you go. There's your magnetic field.
Did you just say there's your magnetic field? Yeah, you don't even know what you're talking about. You're not doing science, my friend. This is a poor experiment. You haven't demonstrated anything to anybody except you don't know how to do an experiment properly. There's too many things that you just left out of there. And that is why it is pseudoscience.
And you go forward and it goes up. You go backwards and it goes down. It's something that's dense. Plastic is not, okay. Plastic is not dense. The water is dense. Thank you for humoring me for this fine experiment.
So we get down to, he knew when the water was turned on, he knew where the wires were, he knew approximately where the gas line was and all this, and he didn't use any control to like blind off or whatever to make it so that he can't see or whatever. He didn't separate the rods from his hands to make sure that they were doing anything. He didn't show us what kind of metal the rods were made of. He didn't show us how thick the wire should be, how far to cut it here or anything like that. It was all, oh, guess. So if there is something that went wrong, now he's got all these things that are going to be added up to it and say, well. No, it's just a piss poor experiment. There's been plenty of experiments done with Willow Witching, or dowsing. I'm sorry, dowsing. That's a better way to look for it if you're going to look for it. But it is nothing. It is not a thing. It is just an old wives' tale. It is your idiomotor tendencies that create this, that make you think that that is actually being something. It really is. Look it up if you don't believe me. I mean, don't ever take my word for it either. Just look it up. Do the research. Don't go searching for wires using 2 wire coat hangers.
So, while you're out there running around with your custom clipped coat hangers, I'd like to ask you a question. Why is it that you even need the damn things when you have all your shit fucking right out in front of you anyway? 15 men on a dead man's chest. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum.